So I really want to share with you today 3 important strategies that I give to my womanpreneur clients about making sure they're keeping themselves happy, healthy and well as they're running the business and leading a busy life. The first one we call the 90-day rule. And this was first taught to me by one of my awesome mentors who basically talked about the fact that you get a wall planner and every 90 days you put some crosses on those days and you take 3 days away from your business. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to go somewhere exotic, but it does mean that you want to make sure you're stepping away from the business, which enables you to look back at it, if you like, with different eyes. And I always find when I have these days, it makes me feel even more inspired. I get some great ideas. I get some recharge time. So you book the wall planner, 90 days, 3 days out. Now, I was asked the question yesterday, do you include a weekend? And I was like, not really, because I don't know what your life is like. But if you do have family, kids, animals, etc., weekends are really busy. For example, on a Sunday here, every day we have 4 children, but on a Sunday we have 4 children doing potentially different activities. And so that is not a day where I would take a kind of time out to have think time. The 90-day rule is about think time and creating space so that you can actually step away. It might be that you have a spa day, maybe you have a day just at home chilling out, maybe you go and spend the day in a cafe reading. Whatever it is, it just switches your brain off. Because as womanpreneurs, our brain is constantly going, it's constantly full from the minute we wake up to the minute we go to sleep, and we're trying to pack everything in. So get yourself a 90-day rule. In our businesses, we talk about 3 different colours for the business. Blue time is when we are doing activities that generate income for the business. Red time is when we're doing activities which is admin type time. And black time is when we're working on the business. We're either doing coaching to our team, getting coaching ourselves with our own coaches, or kind of working on the business. Now, the 90-day rule is a mixture of black time, where you may be inspired, you might be making notes, you might be reading, but also you're going to have downtime, which is really, really important. Second tip that I give all womenpreneurs is to get their wall planner and plan holidays and time away right now for the rest of the year. And the reason we say that is because life happens. And if you're anything like me, you're trying to manage a busy household with work, with your business growth, with all the things you've got going on in both. When you get your wall planner and you look, right, when are the school holidays, and you mark them all on the wall planner, and then you look and say, right, where am I going to be spending my time during those holidays? Now, I'm not saying you're going to be jetting off somewhere exotic. Of course, that's great if you can, but not everybody can, and that's okay. However, you don't want to be having the nightmare of, it's school holidays and I'm still trying to make sure that I've got time to do my work and to have the kids, etc. So book out that time, decide now if you are going to be going away, then get yourself a personal travel agent who you can just say, hey, I want to go here at this time, and she sorts it all out. I really recommend you go and check out Fiona Moonan, who's at you can see her, you can find her in the free Women in Business community that we have at Blue Cow. So look up the free Blue Cow Women in Business group. You can find her in there, tag her and say, listen, I need you to sort out all of my flights, all of my accommodation, everything. And then we can get it, just take away all the stress of planning your travel. Then once you've done that, if you're going to be at home, that's great. Manage again. When are you going to have time to do your work? When are you going to be perhaps with clients, or if you're serving customers or whatever you do in your business? And when are you going to be completely away? You can then make sure that you tell your team and also any customers that you may have to move about. The idea is, though, that we want to create a business that allows you the freedom that the business can carry on regardless of what's going on in your life, whether it's school holidays or not. So get that holiday planner, start planning your time off. I say to many women that I work with, don't leave it until the 6-week summer holiday is upon us before you start planning where you're going to be. I've had numerous women in my time as a business mentor where they've said, I'd love to have taken some time off in the summer holidays. Some who even said to me recently, my son is starting school in September. It's my last summer holiday with him not really being at school, and I'd love to take the whole summer off. And I'm like, well, why don't you? So then we had to design the business so that it allowed this awesome lady to work on the business for the summer, but not in it. And we've done that numerous times, and there's absolutely no reason why you can't do it either. Now, we know there are two different business types. There's one which is a solo womanpreneur model, which means it's you working on your own. And then there's an employee type model where you're employing people. Again, the strategy we use to get you with or without you is slightly different, but it can be done. So that's the next tip for you. Get that wall planner out and plan your holiday time. And the third tip I give, and the thing that's really, really important for all womanpreneurs, is self-care time. So while we're being really organized with our wall planner, we're making sure we're booking out our 90-day rule. We're also being sure we're booking out our holiday time. The next thing we're going to do is decide when is your self-care time. And what does self-care mean to you? It may well be exercise. It may be that you want to meditate. Maybe it's reading. Maybe it's having a massage or getting yourself adjusted with the chiropractor. Whatever it is, make sure you schedule it in. I hear every single day women who are tired, burnt out, trying to do too much all at once, and they actually put their self-care last on the list. Oh, it's so bad. I used to be really guilty of this. Rushing around, a rushing woman syndrome, trying to fit everything in and making sure that everybody else is happy, but then we're not happy ourselves. So tip number 3 is make sure that you plan your self-care on your diary as a priority to make sure that you're keeping yourself happy, healthy, and well. Because if you're not happy, healthy, and well, you are no good to yourself. You certainly can't lead anybody in business or home. Also, you're no good to your loved ones and family members and all of the people that perhaps you're actually wanting this business to succeed for, so that it can give you all a great life together. So third tip, go and do it now. Get that wall planner, get your diary. When is the time that you schedule in your self-care? Self-care goals are as important as business goals. Yet if you're anything like me, for many years, I would put my business goals as my priority. I always felt like, oh, it's business, goals. And then family time and looking after the kids and doing all the things I had to do for that just seemed like an extra thing. An awesome lady who I've been mentoring for a while said to me recently, when you're talking about the work that I do, because we were talking about when you're at work and when you're not, she said, she sees clients. She said, I only see clients as patients on these days. So really, I don't really work much. And I was like, well, hold on a sec, you may only see clients on those days, but you've got 2 children, you've got a husband, you've got a house, some of that is work. And she's like, oh, I didn't think you meant that. And I was like, yeah, it all amounts to work that you are doing. So be kind to yourself, check it out, make sure you're prioritizing yourself, which I know a lot of us womenpreneurs find really, really hard. Anyway, got to dash, it's time for tea. Thanks for watching that video. If you're a woman in business and you want more content about how you can set yourself free, then subscribe. And if you want more content right now, then click this video that I've picked especially for you.